The true power of synthesizers and workstations lies in their ability to send and receive Sysex messages to control their internal parameters. Many of those parameters are hidden deep under menu options or various pages on the actual hardware. If we would be able to control hardware parameters from a computer inside a DAW, we could pick the parameters we need and organize them in any order we like, even color code them. In other words, we could create our own custom controller for our hardware inside our DAW. In this video, we will learn how to send MIDI Sysex from Ableton to control the Core Chronos or any other Sysex capable hardware. This gives you access to nearly all exclusive parameters which cannot be accessed via MIDI CC. You can in turn assign these parameters to other MIDI controllers and even automate them within Ableton. I'm not an expert in Max nor in Ableton. I'm sure there are better ways to do things. To me, Max is a very difficult software, but it's also like a playground for experimentation. I'm hoping these concepts will be a useful starting point for beginners. I also hope that the experts will improve on and optimize these concepts. The possibilities are endless. Here is a roadmap of what we will try to accomplish. 1. Working with Sysex, sending single Sysex values from Ableton to Chronos, this video. 2. Creating Sysex UI elements, sliders, knobs, menus, buttons, to send continuous Sysex. 3. Sending and receiving Sysex from Chronos to Ableton over a single track. You will need Ableton Live Suite 10 or above, Max for Live, included in Live Suite, or Max 8. You will also need Core Chronos or Core Nautilus or any other Sysex capable hardware. I will use a Chronos X for this tutorial. What is Sysex? It stands for System Exclusive. They are hexadecimal numbers or messages sent and received by the Chronos. They represent a variety of internal parameters of the Chronos which can be controlled from within Ableton. To work with these Sysex messages, we will need to monitor them. We will use the MIDI Monitor app from snoise.com. Turn on the Chronos. We are going to look for a parameter to monitor its Sysex message. I'm selecting an initialized EXI program. An AL1 patch is already in slot 1 of the initialized EXI program. EXI slot 2 is empty. This can be verified by tapping Common, page 4.1, Basic Vector, Program Basic. I'm then navigating to EXI 1, page 4.1, Oscillator Pitch, Oscillator Basic. I will work with the waveform parameter of the Oscillator 1 section. Start the MIDI Monitor app. Under Filter, uncheck Clock. You may also need to uncheck Active Sense. Press the Clear button to clear all messages. We are now ready to send a single Sysex message. Select SAW from the Oscillator 1 waveform menu. This is the lowest value of the parameter. The MIDI Monitor app should display the Sysex message. Select and copy the message from the MIDI Monitor app. Open a blank Google Sheet. Paste the message in the first cell. Use these formulas to convert the Sysex from hexadecimal to decimal. Split, hex to dec, and join. I am leaving column U blank for some separation. Copy the decimal converted cell. To stay organized and make your work easier, create headings for the Google Sheet columns. I placed H1 to H14 as headers for the hex data columns and D1 to D14 for the decimal data columns. I also color-coded these headings as follows: 1 and 14 red for F0 and F7, the start and end of the Sysex; 2 to 4 orange for device and manufacturer info; 5 to 10 blue for parameter address, identifies which parameter we're working with; 11 to 13 green for the parameter value. Open Ableton. Open Live's browser, navigate to the Max for Live category, and then under Max MIDI Effect, double-click Max MIDI Effect. Click the Edit button of the Max MIDI Effect device to open the Max Device Editor. Select and delete all objects above the device vertical limit. Double-click in the Max canvas to create an object. Type SX format followed by a space, then paste the decimal message copied from the Google Sheet. Press Enter or click outside the object. Double-click on the canvas to create another object. Type MIDI out and press Enter. Connect the lower output of SX format object to the upper input of the MIDI out object. Hover to the left of the SX format object and click on the yellow arrow. Under Messages, select Bang. Optionally create a print object receiving input from SX format to monitor in the Max console. Lock the Max device to test out the Bang button. Open Ableton Preferences and ensure the Korg is detected and the appropriate MIDI ports are enabled. On the track where we place the Max MIDI Effect device, under MIDI 2, select the Korg Kronos. We may also need to check that System Exclusive is enabled on the Kronos. This is found in Global Mode of the Kronos on page 11, MIDI, in the Filter section. The Enable Exclusive checkbox should be checked. If all was done correctly, pressing the Bang button in the Max device should trigger the corresponding parameter value on the Kronos. To test this, I will set the waveform parameter to a value other than the first. Then I press the Bang button to check if the parameter changes back to SAW, the first value. Congratulations! You learned how to send Sysex from Ableton to the Kronos or any other Sysex capable hardware. Save your Max for Live device in your Ableton user library for future use. Thanks for watching. In the next videos we will expand on these concepts. We will learn how to create UI controls, sliders, knobs, menus, buttons for our Max for Live device. We will use those controls to send continuous Sysex to the Kronos as well as automate them. Catch you in the next one.